Hey everyone, welcome back to Teagan's Guide to Terrafirmacraft. My name is Lynn. I'm picking up, well, quite a bit after we finished last time. I spent a lot of time looking for graphite. Um, you should be glad I'm doing this off camera because I could have probably put, I don't know, 15 to 20 episodes on YouTube of me walking around looking for graphite. It is so rare and so hard to find. I've walked all of these areas again. I did find a lot of new resources like copper and bauxite, and if I need it, I know where to get more copper over here. Um, at some point, this was my end of graphite search, and it's been a pain. I'm probably about 8 or 9 hours searching for graphite. Um, and I need it for one of the quests because in setting down to make a pottery kiln I need fire bricks. Fire bricks requires clay. Fire clay requires ground kaolinites, which I have, and ground graphite, which I don't have. But I did finally found some. Now the way to go looking for something like graphite is just first of all walk around. Walk around anywhere and look for the stone that's around you. Let's see if any spot. So this, if you look at my Wayla information, this is shale. And when you start walking around, actually I think most of all of this area is shale. Let's see, some here is dacite, or whatever it is. So you can look at the grass and it will tell you the rock that's underneath. But that's just the top layer. There's another layer of rock underneath that. And if you look at the Terrafirmacraft wiki, which is going to be your friend, really important, it will tell you what kind of rock you can find graphite in. And there's actually 4 types of rocks. There's schist and quartzite and 2 others too. I'll put in a picture of the wiki after editing. But that's not the top layer, that's the second layer of rock that you can find it in. So what you need to do is dig down and find out what kind of stone is underneath the test site. And if it's not the stone you need, you keep walking around until you discover that your landscape has changed, your dirt blocks have changed, or the top stone layer has changed from test sites to something else. And then you walk a couple hundred blocks into that area, dig down to find out the stone in the second layer. And if it's one of the stones that graphite can spawn in, you're going to start mining and looking for graphite. So I found a layer near my original spawn of, I don't even remember what it was, one of the stones, and didn't have it. So spent a lot more time looking around. I found all kinds of stone underneath the first layer, but not what I needed. I dug down a lot of holes. Now, luckily, we have FameMiner. We have journey maps. So, once you find a new area that you want to dig down into, you make a waypoint near the top. You start just digging straight down. You don't worry about cave-ins, or you don't worry about ladders getting back out, because you can just use your waypoint to get back out. Now, I did eventually find a bit of graphite. Well, I haven't actually gotten the graphite yet. I'm gonna try and do that right now. But to mine properly in Terrafirmacraft, what you should make is wooden support beams. What do we have more of? Let's use the ash logs. If you combine 2 logs, oh, you see I've died as well. That happened, and I lost my large grid. So make support beams That's actually one of the trials I did. I'm probably gonna bring my saw and let's make a new crafting grid and get the 3x3. Bring. No, I have an axe with me. Okay, I have my saw with me. So I found graphite in quartzite stone. Now let's see where it was. And you see I have now so many waypoints of bauxite and copper and gold and galena. Not even sure if I'm ever going to need all of those, but well, they're there. I also used a lot of copper because I went through almost 2 pickaxes and half my prospector's pick. Traces of graphite. Oh, let's first go up top to the quartzite. So in this case, the quartzite was showing inside the mountain. Oh, there's some more copper over there. Inside the mountain face. See, this is andesite. You can see, and also over there, there's a bit more. This is for later. And so I just started to dig down and use the prospector's pickaxe. Now, what the prospector's pickaxe will do is tell you, if you right click it, if there's anything nearby that you might want to have a look at. It has a range of about 10 to 20 blocks, and it does sometimes give you false negatives. So it says there's nothing when there's actually something there. So I did something that you should never do in Terrafirmacraft. I went mining. Just a simple stairway like this. Kept clicking around, kept walking down, and when I found that I ran out of quartzite and back into andesite, turn, go further down, and actually here you can see we had a bit of a cave-in. Just a few blocks came down. That is one of the risks in Terrafirmacraft. You can have cave-ins. And some stone I couldn't pick up anymore because my inventory was full last time. Now if I right click here, I can at some point find traces of graphite. So if I go down a bit more, I find a small sample of graphite on that side. Yeah, nothing of interest on this side. So we want to go down in that direction. But we don't want another cave-in. What we're going to do is put down support beams. Make sure you have a 3-block high area to work in. And just place one down. It will actually place 3. As you can see, it went from 8 on my hotbar to 5. And you can place them 5 blocks apart. So I'm actually not sure if it's a gap of 5 or a gap of 4. It just tells you, if you look at the Terrafirmacraft wiki, 5 blocks apart. Now unfortunately this support yet doesn't do anything. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one down there. Again, they're still not supporting anything unless you right click the top, and in this case it placed 4, and we have a horizontal beam, and this gives you support. And this should stop in a cave-in in a 4x4 area in each 4 block area in each direction. So now we can mine here, and we can continue looking for graphite. Dig a few blocks and check with the prospector's pick where we got. So we went from small sample and traces to medium sample. Nothing over there. We're just gonna continue digging in this direction. And this is the safe way to mine in Terrafirmacraft. This should prevent the cave-in. Now cave-ins, yes, they're annoying. Let me see. Graphite mine. Make sure I have a waypoint here. And then it's not all that bad. If you die, you have to keep inventory on, which I do. Yeah. The worst thing is that if this caves in, then I may have to dig down again. So that's the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I hope it's not going to take all of this episode to actually get to the graphite. 5. Is this still quartzite? It is. Okay, we can probably do a few more if we need to. And let's see if we can be a bit smart about this. What is the prospect text? Large sample. In that direction. Nothing of interest in that direction. So we still need to go straight ahead. Okay. I should have brought some torches, which I did. Nice. Okay. So it has to be 3 high, otherwise you can't have a support. Oh, sorry for that. I didn't mute my Windows system sounds. 2, 3, 2. Okay. So I hope I will find the graphite in this episode. Well, enough at least, or at least I can show you how to get to it, how the mining works in TFC, although I wouldn't be surprised if at some point while we progress through the book, Teagan will actually explain as well. But in this case, I need to use it anyway to be able to get to my graphite safely. Okay, let's check straight ahead. Very large, to the side, large. So we just continue going straight ahead. Looks like I'm probably gonna wear down my pickaxe. I did bring a spare one. So yeah, it is a bit slower than you're used to. Fortunately, you have to deal with cave-ins, but yeah, I think it's just more realistic because they do happen in real life. If you just start digging ground, you start digging rock, you don't know what's above you. Look at any tunnel boring project. They will tell you cave-ins do happen. So I like the realistic part of it. That's I think what I like most about Terrafirmacraft is the realistic part. Food decays. You have nutrients to take care of when you're growing food, things like that. Oh, that was quick. Hello. Thank you. Very large. Nothing. Nothing. Wow. I think maybe we should start looking at digging down. For that, I first want to get rid of these blocks here. And let's see if we can find something below here, because it might well be. See, this said nothing of interest, but I'm pretty sure there's something there. So sometimes the prospectus pick will give you false negatives. So it said people normally recommend you to try every 10 to 20 blocks. I'd say do it a bit more frequently than that because of those false negatives. Now this is andesite, and graphite should not spawn in andesite. So let's ignore that for a bit and just go through the quartzite. Now, when I do find the graphite, I still have to grind it all because that's what I need for the clay. So I'll probably do that between episodes again. Large sample, medium sample, large sample, large sample. What do you mean, nothing of interest here? Very large sample. Could it be above us? Very large sample. It could be above us. Now we could fill this up again. So the same way that you may have seen when you put dirt down, cobblestone is not very stable. If I put it down here and put another one down, and put another one down, it will collapse. Okay, let's see. Large, nothing, very large. Okay. And I know you shouldn't dig up, but we need to. If that's where my graphite is, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna go up here. Oh. And up here. And hope for the best and hope that there's no cave in. And if this takes, yeah, this is actually taking quite a bit of time already. Any update from the prospectus pick? Very large, still very large. And that's what I thought was going to happen. Still very large. And so yeah, this is risky, and I know I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be teaching you. But we have some ways to deal with, you know, if it goes wrong. We have waypoints, we have keep inventory, nothing of interest there. Okay, very large sample there. I think I'm going to dig in that direction, and I should have brought more supports. So let's break this one and break this one, and let's put a support beam right here. Dig down 5 blocks deep, 3 blocks high. 1, 2, 3. So it happened, and I took some damage. Nothing major. Get rid of the cobblestone. Did I lose my support beams? I think I may have. Maybe I should wait, because they don't actually support anything there. I should maybe wait until I have enough space to put down the horizontal one. This wasn't actually too bad. I've seen much worse than this in my previous Terrafirmacraft experience. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do one more. One over there, and one over there. We should be safe. Get some water. Get some food. And let's see. Large, small, very large, Sometimes it's not so obvious where to go. Nothing, nothing, very large, very large. So it's not above us, because above us there's nothing of interest, right? Large sample. No, there is still. No, I'm thinking it may still be above us. I'm not sure. Let's see. 2, 3. I actually caved in our way out. I have 1, 2, 3 for that, so I can put 1 down there, and then I'm out of beams. Okay. But I should be safe cleaning out this bit of quartzite. And see if I can find anything near here. So, yeah, this is not a very exciting episode, but I hope at least I taught you some about how to use the prospectus pickaxe. Very large. It's very large. Very large. So where is it? Come on. Now, Teagan did tell me that getting graphite is one of the hardest things in this game. And, it's quite rare. I was looking at the forum and I was looking at the wiki. I was crying at Teagan. Nah, it's okay. And yeah, basically, this is how you should do it. You look around. Very large. Very large. Very large. Large. So why aren't we finding anything? Let's see if we can go in this direction a bit. Yeah, and otherwise I'm just going to do this the rest of this mining off camera until I find the actual vein. And next episode, hopefully, I have something to show you. Nothing very large. Very large. I actually prepared another quest line, or prepared materials for another quest that is also going to be very important. That I was going to do in case I hadn't found any graphite in this past week of doing off-camera work. So either way, I will have something to do. Yeah, so it's still going in all directions, so that's not really clear. You're not helping me. And you're almost worn out as well, and I didn't make a second prospectus pickaxe. Wait a minute, hang on. Oh no, it's just chipped stuff. I don't know what to do with these. I have a few more. I don't. Well, protection meter, alloy calculator. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be useful at anything at all. So, very large. What about down here? It's still very large. Up there, still very large. And that's about as high as you get. It's very large. Anything next to that would be finding the vein. Now, this is dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. very large. It could really be anywhere, and just okay. So now, I hope you enjoyed this very exciting episode of me chopping away at some blocks. Next time I may be able to get the next episode out a bit sooner. I was hoping to get this one done sooner, but I spent so much time looking for this graphite. So maybe the next episode will come a bit quicker, and we should have the graphite, and I should be able to do some more useful stuff. That's my big pro pickaxe gone. Last mining. I'm gonna have to make a new one. At least I have plenty of copper. So, hope you enjoyed this. I'm surprised if you did, but then do please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. That would also help me out. Leave me a comment if you have anything to say, suggestions, questions, or just tell me that you enjoy the series. That would really help me out as well. So, next time, I promise, we're gonna do some more stuff rather than just chopping away at blocks. So, we'll see you then.